Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. Welcome to another mukbang, welcome to another video. Today we're eating a pork chop from work, a leftover. We're eating the delicious fry that comes with it. We have two pork chop. Listen, this is perfectly cooked. We cooked in the microwave. Don't worry, I know I stopped working 2 weeks ago, but it was in the freezer. So you're gonna have a really good time. Grab something to eat, enjoy a meal with me. You guys are doing well. You guys are having a fantastic day. Believe me or not, fries still hold up. In fact, because I gotta stop out after because I know I can't cook. I'm not gonna cook, so been a productive couple of days. It's finally settling in that we don't work. Finally settling in that I focus on content. And that's an amazing thing. The problem is being focused on making content. Wow. Is that there's a huge difference between making content 10 hours a day, 2 hours a day, versus 13, 14 hours a day. And this song inspired by what goes, somebody else, yeah, with somebody else, no, wow, and it kills me to see you with somebody else. My neighbor hates me at 7 o'clock, but we don't work out. I got all my video film today. I need to build up the display. Then we're good to go, bro. I'm a bad boy. Perfectly good. Look at this bad boy. It's perfect. This tastes super fresh, but it's still pretty good. Now, here to die. On that note, let's go back to the subject. It's harder to make content for 18 hours because I'm not just sure that you'd run out of an idea. I got idea for days. But is that the fact that you're talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. There's just really a mirror. And there's nothing wrong with talking to a mirror. But if you do it 18 hours a day, it's a bit weird. Little bro, he tells me just say yo. But it goes. Yeah, but it goes super talented. And yeah. Oh fuck. Sorry about that. Kind of forgot that we had a stream of the tower going on. It is so good. I love pork chop. So underrated, but well cooked. It's perfect. 2 pork chop, fries. I'm emptying that fridge. So yeah, and then I was like, okay, yeah, subject, but what makes you want to talk? What makes you want to film a video? And it's crazy because it's crazy. It's weird because making this video is a therapy. I get to express my feeling, and I get to express how I feel. I get to say whatever the fuck I want. Yes, no. Basically being my own free man. That's great. But you wouldn't go to therapy for 10 hours a day. Well, so try to remember what made me go to Ink Vendetta. So the thing that made me go to Ink Vendetta or creating Vendetta, the fact that I felt like I felt like the longest of time wasn't being understood. I was this weird guy. I'm afraid I was. I'm great at surface talk. Surface talk, I'm unbeatable. I can talk for hours about a subject that nobody cared about and still make an enjoyable conversation. Alright? Which is the subject of today. But I started giving an explanation about how I'm feeling. One of the shows, think about a lot of shows that build me up, build Ink Vendetta. Think about Kenny vs. Penny, 25 Boy. However, those shows being amazing, they still have a problem. And that problem is super simple. Both shows are treated as mockumentary, right? And they both have their own universe. The boys, shut apart. For Kenny vs. Penny, the house. It's almost all filmed in the house. That was mockumentary. And both Tripwire Boys and Kenny vs. Penny are supposed to mimic reality, right? But they don't mimic society. Chances are, Millie Family Life is not a drunk supervisor. It's not a drunk trailer park supervisor. RC Lemonade. Not my favorite, but hey, it's gonna be different a bit. So I started watching other shows, and as I mentioned before, by watching those shows, I had one, not two, not three, one. So good. Fries. One simple rule. It has to be free. Now, as a guy who doesn't know torrents, my only free place was YouTube. And then I found a reality show called Big Brother UK. You can still find it for free. But it was boring. Until I went with Celebrity Big Brother. And it changed me completely. Completely shaped the person I am today. Because what celebrity? Well, celebrity, not all of them, but some of them live with different belief. Maybe a sense of self-validation, a a very self-absorbed personality. I was watching the TikToker. You gotta make fun of TikToker. And there was this guy called Noah Beck. So good. And Noah Beck is a TikToker. Seemingly a good guy, you know? And a girl, a fan, screams, "I love you, Noah," for him. And his answer is, classic. So there's this delusion. But in a room where only one person has illusion, people are quick to realize that, hey, he's delusional. He's nuts. And then there's two things that happen. Either this person is pushed away from the group, or this person is included, but you know, we know you're different. Why was Big Brother UK so important? Why does it have to do with what I'm saying? Well, as a guy who would spend days and days in, I would watch that. I liked it. I remember playing Dragon Quest XI, a game that took me 201 hour to finish. Now, you would say, Inky, that's a lot. And you'd be right. You'd say, Inky, is that the only thing you did during the 200 hours? And my friend, you're fucking clever. I was playing the game, and I would have YouTube in the background, play 2 times the speed. Big Brother, Celebrity Big Brother, House Kitchen. So that I watch and watch and watch, but Celebrity Big Brother, to my perception, because it was insane. It was a group of people. It was such a good show. Such a good show. You had this show where people were treated well because they did well in challenge. Treat like shit when they don't succeed. You had people that were completely senseless, so completely crazy. I'm thinking about Stephen Bear, who won the 2018. That guy was an asshole. And we worship the asshole because he won. The reality is, was entertaining as fuck. But did he deserve to win? I don't know. What I do know is, I'm entertaining. At the end of the day, it's not who deserves to win. It's who's entertaining. This is the entertainment business. Not the want to make friends. But all of this to say, my big brother at 21 stranger in the same room, in the same house. Complete stranger who have to live together. Kills me. It kills me. And then, as if it was not enough, you had people actually like trying to sabotage our competition. You had people that it was cool because there was a general idea that if you're going to Big Brother, your career is over. Or you need to apologize for something. There was this rugby, went in, and cheated on his wife, which is not funny. He actually came to Big Brother, and people were like, oh, he's a nice guy. He still cheated on his wife, bro. He's a nice guy. Oh, by the way, fuck you, Roxanne Paulette. So Roxanne Paulette was a contestant. A woman contestant. A woman contestant. However, she took a guy who hit her as a joke, and pretend like it was a big deal. And then she wanted him to pass for a woman beater, which he wasn't. And because of the controversy, you guys on the show. Well, fuck you, Roxanne Palette. Big time. Sorry. Anyway, it's not because there goes my social ID. So again, without finishing my thought, there were 21 strangers in the same room. And they were all different. And if you look at society in itself, you see a bunch of people, and they're all different. Some of them are friends, some of them are not friends. They argue, they disagree. There's still 21 strangers in the same room, working together, working against each other. It was perfect, because Big Brother was in charge of giving the rules, the consequences, the bonus. Look at society. Big Brother is the government. You're right. You're right. See? So there, I had entire societal belief or the way they act. How do you deal with a confrontation? How do you deal with a person that is making trouble in the house? How do you deal with having to eliminate people? How do you deal about somebody that's causing problem to your best friend? Do you become friends knowing that it's only 2 months? Those were all questions that I had. Those were all questions that was answered by my brother. It was Frankie Grande. And you kind of hate the guy, but he said something very cool. Nothing unites like a common enemy. And if all of the people treated Big Brother as the enemy, it would have been easy for every contestant. And then again, my brother was amazing. But there came a time where I want to be alone. The problem with Big Brother, if you want to be alone, tough shit, bro. You can't. It's a bit too hard for me to dry it. They cook longer. Stop. And the door open, and there is a muff. I'm gonna be a problem today. With a good life. See, what I do? I'm gonna feel alone. Well, thankfully, there's a show for that. That show is called Solitary. And the greatest thing about Solitary was it was a show exactly like a Big Brother. The core concept is what? You're locked into a house, which is the Big Brother house, for 40 days. Okay. Of course, talk about the prize, the money. Now, who gives a shit? And with the show called Solitary. And believe me or not, I'm going to sound like a dick. I'm going to sound really mean. The reality is I'm not trying to be. There was something great that happened. Wait, I'm going to change song. I love West Gold, but we listened to the same song for the last 2 hours. The game is still on? Good. The tower. I was saying, you're stuck in a place. How do I get out? So I was the same thing. Believe me or not, I'm going to sound like a dick. Again, sorry. I put myself because ADHD. world in my hand. I walk the beach, but I stand in California with toes in the sand. Here's the bee in my sweater. After dark, mash up with sweater weather, and I would treat this as a. I would treat Big Brother as a social study, right? Like an experiment. I'm getting very interested with experiments and people because I don't understand myself. I was like, if I understand other people, maybe I'll understand myself. See? But that's how it worked. And it worked, or it didn't work, I'm not sure. But even if it didn't work, I'm the person I am today. I was talking about Stephen Bear before. As the guy who won was an asshole. He played to be entertained. This guy played with other people's feeling. He manipulated people. And we worshipped him. I'm not saying that he didn't deserve to win. No, but as a young and influenceable kid, I saw that. And I thought brilliant. See? And I may make that behavior, I may make that mentality, I may make that psychology. Do whatever you need to do to win. And that's a fucking shame. But I was young. Now solitary, to come back to the subject. Solitary was the same thing. Okay, so you have this. Okay, good. Almost as a blend. If you're good, you can see that there's three bones, right? Well, the tree bone represents rooms. In the middle, there's a command center. They would have 8 people in solitary. So this is the show that really changed me. Again, I was so interested with the social experiment. And when I found that show, I was amazed. So you got 8 rooms. Now what is the show? You got 8 rooms, you got 8 people, right? And the goal of the show was to isolate them. And by isolating them, oh, you know what? If we hit the pause button, at least get me some cooked fries. Much better. So like I said, the show. So I tell you, I was supposed to emulate the experiment of solitary confinement and prison. So you got 8 pods, right? That show was fucking nuts. When it comes to show that showcase and experience, when it comes to a show that actually improves your understanding of the human brain, the show was the bomb. So you had 8 people and a pod, and they're left on their own. Right? Simple concept. Super simple concept. Not so much. You have the beautiful machine in the middle that is talking to them. A bit like Big Brother. And the craziest thing, that 8 people, you would know about them. For example, number 7 lost, and you're number 6. Let's say, oh, number 7 lost, and like, oh, I did like number 7. You don't know their name. You don't know who they are. You know them by number. So again, my father, he was living on a farm, right? And in the beginning, my father was the oldest. In the beginning, they would name the pig. They would name the cow. And then my grandpa was a alcoholic. Sadly. One day, he drank a bit more than usual. And that day, my dad ate pork. And it was one of the rare times they eat pork. And his younger brother said, hey, that's delicious. What are we eating? And the father said, we're eating they put the big name. Let's say it was ink. We're eating ink. So now you get attached to these people. Attached to the animal. But because they're given a name. At home, you have a dog. You have a cat. When you say you miss them, you say I miss them, or you say I miss the name? Huh? By doing this, you're hyper aware of your understanding of the situation. On the pod, there's 7 different pods, 7 competitors that I have to beat. Or 7 people going through the same thing as I am. From question of perception, which is big for me. So, go through challenges. You got big rewards. A call with your parents. An actual good meal. Right? That's what you were saying, Inky. And that's psychological. Well, they will control the light. So, when a contestant would go to sleep, they would bring up the light. You couldn't sleep. After 30 hours, they will let you sleep. After 26 hours, they'll let you sleep. But they were in control. They can lab that. They experiment. Now, it was only for a couple of weeks. Only like a week. Again, a show is 8 episodes. 8 participants. I'm gonna go down each week. Each day. I don't know. But it was cool because they had competition. And you can fight with the other. For example, let's say 2 contestants are neck and neck. Well, you could call the other contestant and say, hey, give up. No, you give up. See? And the show is so good because, again, it's a question of what you need and when you need it. At the time, I was isolating. Once I talking about my parents, didn't have a lot of friends. If I did, I didn't talk to them. And video games, watching YouTube. I was still alone. And it taught you a lesson because alone, he was watching a show about being alone. Ergo, what's going on? And you see, you can almost feel like you're going through the experiment. And it was great because as a spectator, you saw your contestant. And you had favorites, right? Now, the most important is this will win competition. Be mentally strong. Because if you see season 2, you see almost all contestants trying. One of the contestant is cutting his hair because they go crazy. See? Before the show gets interesting. Not so much the contestant. It's not so much the competition. not so much the winner. It's how to perceive this experience, and how to perceive this experience in the same exercise. That's why I view it. What would I do? That was the greatest thing. Self-diary, guys, on YouTube. It's free. Check it out. It's really good. Love you guys. Take it easy. On that note, peace. Full.